Hi. Want to get a little closer?
Still like me after doing this big project?
Always.
Everybody says that, right? Don't build a house together. You won't be together.
Who said that?
Never heard that. So this week we're going to finish up our yard work at our house. Just about a month ago, our yard was pretty much a gravel pit. It didn't just look like a gravel pit, it actually was a gravel pit. It was just a house surrounded by gravel with no landscaping, and it was really kind of sad because this summer our kids really couldn't play outside because there was really no yard, and our front yard was really small. Our backyard had a steep bank on it that was eroding, so the kids couldn't play back there because I was concerned that it might erode on them. So about a month ago we started working on our yard, and we came up with a plan, and it involved a lot of retaining wall blocks because we're on a steep hillside and we needed to do something with the different elevation changes.
The first thing we started on was getting a concrete apron out front of the garage. We wanted to extend that a little bit up front, and once we got that done, then we kind of jumped into the yard work, and my wife, being the designer, or the
crazy person
you might say, had quite a few different ideas. We had a game plan for the front yard, and I had done all the grade work, got it all ready to go, and all I needed to do was add some topsoil. And Anna came out and she's like, I have an idea. And I'm like, well, what kind of an idea, And then she's like, well, we should step the front yard. And I'm like, well, we're kind of late for that, I'm like, she's like, well, think about it for a little bit. So she came up with this idea of putting in these retaining blocks, 24 inches tall, so we could actually, step the yard down from where it is right now. And it actually worked out quite well. So kind of jumped on the idea. We moved a lot of material out, gained a lot of front yard space. In the same time, it actually made the front yard, I think, a lot nicer to be in.
It kind of feels special in the front yard, like you're somewhere. You're not just like out on the grass. It feels like you're in its own, it's like a sunken living room or something. So I really like it. So also in the front yard, we tackled the deck stairs, and we'll have to do the railing as a winter project.
Well, I think the deck turned out really nice. I mean, honestly, I really do like accessing the front yard from, inside the house or off the deck. And, what I have to say, when this green grass comes up, it's going to be really nice out front here to come out here and hang out with the kids and, just be a nice outdoor space.
Once we got the front yard done, we moved into the backyard. And the backyard had really steep bank there that we needed to do something because it was eroding, and quite frankly I thought it was dangerous. So we finally came up with putting a retaining wall halfway up, and then we'll grow like shrubs on top of it to keep the vegetation in place. Neither of us have ever done any retaining walls, really very little landscaping. Up here in Alaska, most people don't have to landscape because Alaska's so beautiful, and you have 5-10 acres. There's no way you're gonna landscape 5 to 10 acres. But this is a unique situation because we have a good sized lot, but where our house sits on top of the hill, the space is really small, and I knew that every square inch of our yard counted, and we had to do a really good job on the landscaping and make it just right. Finish up our yard for the season. We're gonna tackle the fire pit and some exterior stairs up to the front door.
How's berry picking going?
Finally found some blueberries. So, braving the bugs.
There's a few out here.
As long as there's more blueberries than bugs, you're doing good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the fire pit. Micah's gonna give me a hand with it. So the fire pit is done. We marked out a circle and spray painted it, and then we just started stacking retaining wall blocks, but we had some trouble because the retaining wall blocks all are supposed to be set back. So as the fire pit, we were building it and setting it back, it was getting smaller, and then the blocks weren't working out. So we ended up having to cut off the tabs on all the retaining wall blocks and then stacking them in again. It was kind of a pain, to be honest with you, but it turned out really nice and it looks really good. So we just need to put the center insert in and put a fire in.
Yeah, that'll be really nice. We actually have a fire ring. There's an old piece of pipe that my brother-in-law gave me, and I cut it in half. So it's an actual 36-inch pipe. I think it's got 5/8 walls, and then we cut a bunch of holes in it. This will get dropped in, and this is a little bigger than 3 foot, so it'll get dropped in. There'll be some space here, and then we'll fill this area with some rocks so that it can draft air down into the fire pit. So
yeah,
hopefully it'll work out pretty good.
So I can't wait to put a fire in this, but we gotta do a little bit of stuff to finish it up. And while we're at it, we gotta let the grass grow up, so because the lawn is seeded.
It'd be nice if it would just come up like
Instant grass.
2 days.
That's called calling the sod company.
Paint grass.
That's what happens when you don't live in Alaska. You make a phone call and then they roll out the grass and you have bam, grass. But we live in Alaska and we have to wait. So we're still loving our planter stairs and they're super sturdy. Excited that we got to share the plans with you. And then what we did here is we're trying to keep it clean and easy to maintain the yard. So we did pea gravel in here, but then we threw some stepping stones in. And it was super easy, just laid them right in the pea gravel and they're really solid. And then I'll add planters on either side for vegetation.
Are you supposed to take a nap?
It's good, she'll nap in the car.
Who put the Red Riding Hood on there?
Mom told me to.
It's cute. Gracie is the best big sister you could ever ask for. She really is.
You're not supposed to brag her up while she's here, right?
You might just have to have 3 more kids for you to watch. Like 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I could possibly have like 5 kids before I'm 42.
Now the back wall, the retaining wall is all done. Now we need to concentrate our efforts on getting a set of stairs up to the front door.
So it's been a little bit of a challenge working back here because we had to keep that slope at a slope that the dump truck can back up to. So what we're doing is dumping all of the topsoil that we need up right now. And then once that's up here, we'll go ahead and slope this to grade. And you can see the grade lines with the tape on the wall. Last load. gonna put some sand down so it's nice and level. So we got the first block set, now we're just backfilling them. So what we're doing here is we're using a piece of plywood as a guide. We're setting each row of stairs.
I was hoping to get all these steps placed today. By the time I hauled this load of gravel, the topsoil, all the other little things for grade work around here, we got 2 steps in today, this afternoon. So that means tomorrow we need to get 11 more and then cap them, and then we'll be done with the stairs. Plate compactor took a nosedive today. Anyway, so we rented one today and it worked fine, but it's a little bit too big for little stair project we got going on. So yeah, so now me and Hayes are gonna go see if we can't fix our compactor. Well, so we figured it out. I'd show you the rock, but Hayes actually threw the rock anyway. But in this down here in the vibrator motor down here, that pulley, so there was a rock that was jammed underneath that pulley, and so it couldn't go anymore. It was acting more like a brake. So anyway, had to tear this, take this assembly off, take the motor, everything off, get to the pulley down here. Then I want to whack the rock out of there, and now I want to put it back together and test it out. Calculated it all out to match our grade here, and with the 24-inch step up 8 inches, everything's looking really good. So they're really easy to do. I think these probably took about 6 or 8 hours to actually do for a couple of guys. This is the first time I've ever built a set of stairs like this. It wound up being fairly easy to do. Now let's say you have a slope that's steeper or longer. You know, one thing you could do with this kind of stuff is you could make your runs longer. So say you step up 8 inches, but you run like 4 feet, step up another block, you know, so you can kind of transition with whatever soil you have. You could, you know, curve them into a hill. That's the beauty of it, because you can set each one their own and just kind of work where you want to go with them. So if you're looking for a set of stairs that's easy to build, that's out of concrete and stone, these Keystone blocks are pretty nice. Now we got these 2-inch caps that are 12 by 12 by 2 inches thick. We're going to go ahead and cap this right here and put 1, 2, and then we'll set another one here with a set of cap blocks going that way, and it'll look really nice. Hi, babe.
What are you doing?
We are getting the sand placed so that we can put the pavers in here that are the walkway from the staircase.
So we got our steps done and we're super happy with them. This was kind of actually a little bit of an intimidating project for me because I've never done anything like this, and working with a grade, so it's like trying to figure all that out. But in the end, we just used the retaining wall blocks and really simplified the process, and it wasn't really that difficult. I mean, it was time consuming because you want to get everything just right, but not something that most anybody couldn't tackle with a few tools.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming. I think actually it's just a matter of getting started, you know, figuring it out before you actually start digging for your first one, and then from there they just go pretty easy.
You know what the sweetest part about these stairs are?
What?
We don't have to paint them, and we never have to maintain them. So
that is true.
They're done.
They're
And
done.
that is just a really good feeling. So we still got some more work to do. I want to kind of create like a natural vegetation rock work, like maybe put some boulders and some wildflowers on both sides, so when you pull up it looks like a set of stairs into a mountainside. But that's next summer. We're out of time and our freezer's running low, so he's got to go get us some caribou meat next week, and we're going to start working on inside projects over the winter. So next year we'll come back and do all the vegetation, and hopefully our grass will be in. So we appreciate you watching as we work on our yard work, and we're looking forward to the next phase.
Yep.
So you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.
See you later.